So we are coming in on something I have not done in a long time, and something that is certainly exclusive, and that is me, running through a dungeon 6 game expansions after its release. This video was created by special request by a friend and colleague, so while I did put some effort into it, this is by no means a professional video. But please do enjoy anyway. So what we are seeing right here, right now, is the traditional way that most World of Warcraft players would enter the dungeon known as Blackrock Depths. So the first thing they would have to do is ride a mount. Well, they could walk, but it would take a very long time. But they would have to ride to the Molten Span, go to this chain, up this little ramp here, and walk along the chain to the center platform. Now, you might have noticed that the little stone back there was actually the summoning stone for the dungeon, and we'll see it again here after I got lost and realized I missed the turn. Here we are going the right way now. It obviously has been a very long time since I've done anything in the Molten Core or in Blackrock Depths. Now, I did say it, to my friend and colleague that I would go through Molten Core, and while I do go through a slight bit of that at the very end of this video, I do apologize that I didn't go through it quite as much as I could have. I ran out of time. But anyway, we get to the bottom of this platform here. We run down this chain, second chain, and we go down here. You may have noticed that I lost my pet. There he comes behind me. And then we go through this little doorway here, and we are now in the depths of Blackrock Mountain. This section is known as the Grinding Quarry. It's kind of a little intro area to the Blackrock Depths dungeon. Just a little way that you have to fight your way into it, because in the game it's not easy to get there. When this was originally created by Blizzard back in 2004, I believe, the game was much harder than it is now. But these mobs here have not increased in level since I have, and I'm now level 110. They're still around level 50. So you may notice some numbers. I'm doing about 1 million damage to some of them. Some I do even more damage. So it's obviously cakewalk. I'm face rolling the entire thing. This is just to show what the dungeon looked like. It's also one of the hardest dungeons to find because of how buried it is. But here we are at the dungeon entrance. Pause a moment, take a breath, and walk in. So here we are in Blackrock Depths. I went ahead and reset my damage meter just so I could get an accurate reading on just exactly how much damage I'm doing at max level. And let's go ahead and look at the map. Get our bearings. I went ahead and made the map full screen. I usually play with the map windowed like that, but I went ahead and made it full screen. Here's a listing of all of the encounters that we will have to do. And just reading some tooltip text here. Getting my bearings, looking at where I am, where I have to go. And let's do this. You may have noticed that my pet distracted some of those mobs, so I'm going to dismiss my pet here, and I'm just going to run the dungeon solo. Bye bye, pet. Now I just finished my my first dungeon boss, and what I was doing back there is I was looking at some of the available loot we have. Every dungeon boss drops items, and so when you're playing, you want to be sure that you can grab these items, because a lot of them will be beneficial to you. Now, at the level that I'm at, they are completely trash to me. I don't even bother picking them up. In fact, most of the enemies in this dungeon, I don't even bother picking up anything from them at all. So now I've gone through a loop and I don't know where I am. We want to go towards the ring here, so we can get to the Ring of Law. So let's head this direction. The Halls of the Law. Now I'm going to ignore most of these, just for the sake of cutting it as short as possible, because this is a very long dungeon. I believe that this video is going to be about 44 minutes long. So we just took out Lord Ruckor. There's one more dungeon boss hanging around here. I think we're going to take out. Okay, this is interesting. I did not see him at all. I don't know where he went. Very, very odd. I don't know where that Houndmaster guy went. I certainly didn't see him. But let's go in and do the Ring of the Law. This is one of the encounters in this dungeon, and is that you can actually run out before it starts. You'll notice that the gate has stayed open. Not until he opens that gate does the other one close. Let's go ahead and kill these scorpions. Deep stingers, they're called. Here comes a couple more. And we're just going to run to the center and let them come after us. And I'm so high level, they don't want anything to do with me. Alright, took care of those. Alright, next phase. Let's do this. Go ahead and zoom in on my character just so you can see what I look like. Human by day, Worgen by night. And here's the last phase of this dungeon. Or not of this dungeon, but of this encounter. Go ahead and take him out, and we have finished the Ring of Law. Pick up our gold, and we're done. Where we need to go. I think we're in the East Garrison here, but it's not showing us. So we're going to go back. there's a reason why I'm doing this. You may have noticed that at the very beginning I moused over a gate. I actually contemplated going that direction first, but then I would not have been able to do the Ring of Law. I would have had to come back. So we're actually going to go back. Not quite the way we came in, but we are going to go back, and we're going to take care of some bosses, or mini bosses that we will not be able to get to later if we don't do them now. Well, we will be able to get to them, but it'll take a very long time. This is actually the way that you're supposed to complete the dungeon, to do it in order. So we come down to the Dark Iron Highway. And this guy at the end, this big guy, is actually optional. But we're going to take him out anyway, just to see what kind of loot he drops.
I'm out of range.
So let's throw a trap, and it kills him instantly. Bye bye, Belgar. So he drops a mace. Now I should make a note that not every boss will drop the same loot every time you kill him, because you can definitely come back after this dungeon has reset, which I think it takes about 24 hours to reset. And when you come back, you can actually kill the same bosses over and over. And what this will do is it will give you a chance to get other loot that they drop. So he dropped a mace this time, but he might drop something else next time. So it's always good to come back and do the same dungeon over and over to try to maximize your chances of getting all the loot that any of the bosses can drop. So let's go through these big gates here. And these are really big gates. I believe there's a screenshot of them on the Wowhead website. And let's just look how far up we are. If we drop, we will fall into the lava and we will die. Also, if you want to, you can pause here and take a screenshot. Use it as your desktop background. Let's go ahead and take out this guy. If we take him out, we'll actually aggravate that one. They are in pairs, so if you aggravate one, the other one will start attacking. So I killed him and his buddy started attacking me.
I need to get closer.
Because I'm such a high level, they are not doing any damage to me at all. I was able to take them out in one hit. So for each one of these bosses, I'm just going to mouse over the loot that they drop, just so we can get an example of what kind of loot drops from the different bosses. Another boss here. There he is. Take him out. One hit. 1,500,000 damage. I actually completely forgot to pick up the gold that he dropped. So we're going to speed up the video here and move on to the next section. So the next section that we're going to come to is the Black Vault. So here we're going to take out the Warden. Now originally I was actually going to collect all of the coffer keys that I could find and just completely loot this vault, but again I ran out of time, so you'll notice me picking them up, but I won't actually use them. What you will use them for is to open all of the lock boxes in this room. And once you do that, you will have the ability to access a very important treasure. You'll notice that I'm reading who this guy is. I forget exactly who he is, because I'm recording this after I've already recorded the gameplay. But this is all going to build up to me looting the vault, and I ran out of time to do it. My apologies. But let's go here and I think I forgot to loot these guys. Yeah, I did. Well, we were going to go in there and get a drink, but it appears we ran out of time. Had to go back. And because it gets boring watching me just completely face roll these enemies over and over, we're going to pause here and speed it on up to the next section. Alright, so we are back, and we are at the gates that we went through earlier. Now you'll notice that we're way above everything else and we can't go through this little entryway. So there's that dark iron road down there through that window, and that's the other side. Totally did not even see that guy there. So we've got to find a way to close this gate. Now fortunately I've been through this dungeon like 500 times before, so I know exactly where to go. And it is right down these stairs, I believe? We'll find out soon. And you notice I'm still grabbing keys because I thought I was going to clear out the vault, but that obviously did not happen. So let's go over here, steal these guys' money, steal their key, beat up these two guys, bing bang boom, steal their money. I feel like I'm in grade school, and then we're gonna trip this lever, bam! Gonna go beat up on these guys. I feel like I'm a grade school bully. I didn't steal their money this time, but look. You can see off in the distance, the door is closing. Right there. Now, if we go back to where we were, we'll find that not only did the door close, but we're now able to go through that one little area that we couldn't get to before. So let's head on over there. Come around the corner and the doorway is clear, and we're now actually walking inside the door. There's the seam. Step on a crack, break your mother's back, walk through the other side, and we are now in the West Garrison, I believe? Yes, the West Garrison. So we're going to take another break here, and we're going to clean all that out, and we'll get back when we encounter the next boss. Alright, so we're coming from this guy, and I took him out very quickly, Ambassador Flame Flash, and I noticed he has an interesting spear. And I want that spear, so it's mine now. And we're gonna move on. So the very next part that's coming up here is going to be the mold foundry, I believe. And basically, I believe that this part of the Blackrock Depths was supposed to be like some kind of industrial, here's how we're going to make our golems kind of thing. And so you see a lot of lava, you see some golems hanging around,
Too far away.
but I don't see any molds. Unless maybe those things right there in the background. So they just pour lava into these molds and make golems. I don't understand this. I mean, I understand this game was made back in 2004, but you don't just pour molten lava into a mold and expect it to turn into something without some kind of magic. But wait, that's exactly how the game works. I forgot. So here we are in the Summoner's Tomb, and you'll notice that these guys have very interesting names. Like, this guy's name is Doomgar, I believe. This guy here. They all have very unique names. Seabrel here. And then who's this? Doperel? Gloomrel? Who is this? Vilerel? Haterel? These guys' names have a very interesting name. Doom, Gloom, Anger, Dope. They're supposed to be the Seven Dwarves from Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. They just had their names changed very drastically. Anyway, they didn't drop any loot or leave any loot in that chest, so we're moving on to the Lyceum. Now the Lyceum is a very, very fun part because when we get here, we're going to have to go collect these two. Well, I say two. We're going to have to. Yeah, we are going to have to collect 2 torches. And with these torches, we're going to light the flames. And these flames are going to let us open the doors. And those doors are the doors that take us to the final boss of the dungeon. Now, I actually managed to get both torches very quickly, so I'm going to light this basin over here while these guys feebly try to hurt me. Move on over here. I'm going to drop a mine, take care of half of them. The other half are not going to be daunted. That trap did nothing. I'm going to go ahead and take these guys out, kill that guy, light the basin. It says I'm opening, but I'm actually lighting it. I'm going to light that, somebody yells, and the door is done. So we are very, very close to the end of the dungeon. And I apologize for it taking so long, but this is a really long dungeon. So we're going to target that guy, and I am going to wait until my harpoon turns from red to white, and then I'm going to spear him, rush towards him. He's not going to drop anything that I want, but we're going to rush out of here before the flames hit me. Notice I dodge around them. And then we're going to get to this Imperial seat here. Take out some, well, now actually we dodge them. We're going to take out this guy here. I believe harpoon is off cooldown, so let's just go ahead and jump up here and kill this guy. And I'm pretty sure that was a world record. And the amount of time it took to take him down. Now these two NPCs actually share loot, and I'm going to sit on their throne. And then we move on. I decided to double back to go find the Molten Core and to clean up some things in the in that bar that we were in earlier that we mostly skipped through. So we're going to go back to the Summoner's Tomb. We're going to go through the Mold Foundry. And then we are going to come to the Chamber of Enchantment where we killed that guy and looted his spear. And then we're going to go all the way up here, and we are now back into the bar. So we're going to come down here, we're going to hit these guys. I noticed in my bottom right section of the screen that there are some bonus objectives, and I thought I might be able to clear them out by taking care of these guys. You notice those guys over there are green. When I was first doing this, I did not even think to check, like, why are they green kind of thing. So I just took out all of these red mobs here, trying to find the final guy. I thought maybe this was him, didn't look at his name tag, still not him, and then I realized, oh, there he is. Okay. Took care of him, but I still didn't get the bonus objective. I guess you don't get bonus objectives after you have killed the final boss. And we're going to take out these two guys, and I think the last thing I'm going to try to do is beat up Phalanx, or however you pronounce his name. Before I do that, I'm going to make sure that this guy didn't drop any loot that I want. Doesn't look like it, although if I were a blacksmith, those plans would be very nice to have. So we're going to jump up here and we're going to see if we can take out Phalanx. Now, because I've already recorded this, I know exactly what's going to happen. He's just going to say that, and he's going to say it again, and he's going to say it repeatedly, and at this point I'm kind of giving up. So I hope you enjoyed this run through of Blackrock Depths, And if you would like to see me make another video of a World of Warcraft dungeon, please let me know in the comments section. And as always, have a good one.